763 is the item number, of course, for the Chop Chop from Curtis Stone. Moving along, because you were seeing, of course, Chef was talking about his cilantro, right? I'm the kind of person who has to wash all my leafy greens, be it my herbs or my lettuce. And one of the crazy things is if you don't have a salad spinner already at your disposal, what you're gonna have is soggy leafy greens. And some of the salad spinners out there, you know, it takes a lot of work. You're doing a lot of pumping or turning or whatever the case may be. Chef has made it easy for us. He has made it electric. It quite literally is with the push of a button, you can go ahead and have, boop, it starts spinning based on an electric charge. And guess what? No batteries included because it's rechargeable, my friends. This is Curtis Stone's 5-quart, so you get quite a lot clean in this salad spinner. And look at the gorgeous colors. We're gonna walk through the colors because you get 4 different choices here, my friends. And I love, love, love that, of course, it's in all the colors that you love across his line. So we're gonna start right here. This is the red, of course. Turquoise blue, which you've seen in a lot of the amazing tools we've already shown you. Right in the front is what we call the hunter green. And down here in this beautiful purple is what we call the mulberry. If you have not yet used an electric salad spinner or rechargeable salad spinner, this is why you're going to say, holy smokes, why don't I already have one? Because you've got to try it for your berries. Because all that water just gets caught up in your berries, and I ate it. Because what happens is they just start to fall apart in your fridge. This is going to do all the things for you. It's so good.
It sure does. Well, firstly, even if the package says that it's washed, I'm telling you, you should wash it again.
Yes.
Right? You should have that peace of mind because I've washed all sorts of pre-washed lettuces and found all kinds of things in. So I don't have a sink here on the set, but I'm just showing you, I'm washing this in a bowl. I'm gonna transfer it over here. I can see little bits of floaty stuff that I don't want, and that's organic leaves, by the way. So next I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna remove my bowl. I'm gonna bring my salad spinner over. Guess what? You press one button. Okay, you ready? You press that one button and watch what happens. Look at all that water showering out of the side of my salad spinner. So that's drying all of my leaves. You don't have to press a button again. You don't actually have to stop this. You just let it run. It'll go for about 25 seconds. It will run until all that excess water has been spun out. There it goes. It stops itself. You lift the lid, you remove the top, and look at what I've got. Perfectly dry leaves, right? So that rotates really, really quickly for you. Now, just to show you how much, because what I want to do is I want to take a wonderful dressing. I want to pour this directly over my leaves, right? This is a gorgeous dressing that we made, and lock the top. I'm going to try again. Pour that dressing straight over. Absolutely gorgeous, right? Of course, if you want to finish this off with some lovely cucumbers that we sliced, of course, on my chop, and the onions got sliced as well on that gorgeous chop. Go ahead and drizzle that beautiful dressing over the top. We also have this wonderful dressing maker. Now, imagine doing this. Imagine taking the water that we just spun out of here. Imagine if I was to take this dressing and go ahead and say, you know what, there's one ingredient missing. There's a bit of excess water that we forgot to spin from the salad. Imagine how horrible this is going to taste compared with the one that I actually used, right? Don't do that to your salad because by not spinning your leaves, you're diluting your vinaigrettes and your dressings. Right? It's not just salad leaves that you want to spin. You also want to make sure any collard greens or kales or... Let me tell you something. These little leaves, they're wonderful little places for things to hide. Little bits of dust, little bits of a dried old leaf, maybe even a little grub. We don't want any of that stuff in the food that we cook. So make sure you wash it thoroughly. Right, wash it really thoroughly, then rinse it off and go ahead and spin it. Again, have a look at that water, you guys. This came out of a pre-washed bag of kale. I'm just telling you, have the peace of mind, wash it yourself, and of course, give it a spin. Have a look at that water spinning out of that kale. Right, again, just like I showed you, those curly leaves, lots of places for the water to hide as well. So by spinning it, it makes life so much simpler and easier. We've got a couple of those old school salad spinners to show you because I tell you what, when you just let this run its course for 30 seconds and have a look at these ones. Has anyone used one of these ones before where Are you spinning it or is it spinning you? You're not 100% sure. Over here, we've got one of these ones. These ones always sit for seem to, oops, they seem to break. So I hate using these manual things when you can literally press a button, spin all that water out, and then come back to it literally 30 seconds later, or you can stop it even earlier if you want. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this kale out, so just wait until it finishes rotating, and then again, have a look at how dry and wonderful my leaves are. Now, it's not just leaves. I'm also going to show you how we're going to spin some berries. So I'm going to throw berries in here. We're going to spin the berries over there. So yes, wash your berries as well. We're going to spin those babies. I'll pop the grey lid back on, and I am going to put the top on, press the button. While that's happening, I'm also going to show you something else that you really need to spin. Prawns, shrimp. You know, we buy frozen shrimp so often, right? Let me go ahead and lift that up. Just defrost them in a little water and then spin them. And I'll tell you why. Sometimes they use a detergent or some kind of solution, and you'll see them here. They use it to stop the shrimp from smelling, but you might see that water getting a little bit foamy. Now, that, my friends, is something that solution that they put on the shrimp. I don't know about you, I don't want to eat that. I want to wash them and I want to spin it. So with frozen shrimp, definitely, and you can see it right there, right? Frozen shrimp, I always spin my frozen shrimp, and you get perfectly dry, ready to cook, beautiful shrimp that doesn't have all of that stuff in it. Look at this, Dave. I mean,
so good.
I know it's kind of a weird demonstration, but personally, I always spin my shrimp.
I'm so glad that you just showed us that, because I know a lot of us did not know that, and we just are cooking it right just as we get it out of the package. Now you know better. Grab this while you can. Again, you don't have to pay for any additional batteries because it's rechargeable, so you'll